Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, April 1st, 2013. The UK and most of Europe remains closed today. The big German insurance company Allianz, in a continuing search for investment returns, has purchased a 50% stake in a gas transmission and transit system operator in the Czech Republic. The company in which they bought the 50% stake is called Net4Gas. The remaining 50% of the firm has been purchased by the Ontario Municipal Employees Retirement System. N4G owns and operates a network of more than 3,600 kilometers of high-pressure pipelines that supply the Czech domestic market and transit natural gas through the Czech Republic to markets across Europe. It's amazing where insurers have to find returns these days. There's been a series of mining mishaps as well as factory explosions in China over the weekend. Hopes are fading fast at a Chinese mine in the Tibetan mountain area, in which some 82 miners are trapped under several million cubic meters of earth after a landslide. Also, earlier today, an explosion at a mine in northeast China, a coal mine, killed 6 more miners. This is just 4 days after 28 miners at the same mine were killed in a similar type of accident. Questions are being raised as to why the mine reopened so quickly. This mine is outside the city of Baishan in Jilin province. Also further south, an explosion at the Xinyu Group Ironworks smashed its 100-ton No. 2 furnace, killing 4 workers and leaving 32 other workers injured. The crew of the Norfolk-based U.S. Navy ship, the USS Nicholas, has come to the rescue of a sinking Turkish ship in the Indian Ocean this weekend. On Saturday morning, NATO called the Nicholas and asked it to come to the aid of the Turkish ship, the Atlantic Confidence. The ship rescued all 21 of the Turkish seamen on board. In Arkansas, in the United States, there's been a major oil spill. 12,000 barrels of oil have been recovered from a continuing cleanup operation of an exxon-mobil pipeline that spewed thousands of barrels of Canadian crude into the area around the town of Mayflower, Arkansas. Exxon's Pegasus pipeline, which can carry more than 90,000 barrels per day from Patoka, Illinois to Nederland, Texas, was shut down after the leak was discovered late Friday afternoon. 15 vacuum trucks remain on the scene for cleanup, and 33 mobile storage tanks were deployed by Exxon to temporarily store the oil. In Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, about an hour air flight away from Nairobi, a 16-story building just about ready to be opened collapsed. Apparently at least 30 people have been reported dead. There's still another 60 that are trapped and not accounted for. Hopes are also fading fast. A number of the people killed included school children who were playing soccer at a nearby playground. Witnesses say that most of the dead seem to be construction workers. A senior Russian cabinet member says that the Russian government will not protect or bail out Russian depositors who are losing money in the Cyprus deposit tax incident, but they may consider offering aid to Russian state companies. First Deputy Prime Minister Igor Shukalov said in televised remarks that it would be a great pity if Russians lose money in Cyprus, but that the cabinet won't take any action to soften the blow. He did say that the government sees no reason for offering any assistance to Cyprus itself or the individual depositors. It might take unspecified action to reduce the damage for Russian state companies. Big depositors at Cyprus's largest bank, including some Russians, it was revealed over the weekend, may be forced to accept losses of up to 60% of their deposits. Meanwhile, a little bit of the same story coming from New Zealand's new insurance supervisory regime. They're saying that failing insurers in the future will not be bailed out by the government, as one insurer was, AMI, in the wake of its exposure to the Canterbury earthquakes. The Reserve Bank's head of prudential supervision, Toby Finnis, warned this. He predicted consolidation as well in parts of the insurance sector. He outlined the changes to the insurance regulatory landscape in New Zealand during a speech to the Australasian General Insurance Exchange Conference in Sydney this morning. He said that the Reserve Bank's supervisory remit did not provide for a zero failure regime. It remains possible, if unlikely, he said, that a licensed reinsurer will fail. and policyholders' claims will not be met in full. This regime is also strongly about self-discipline. It firmly places reliance on the insurer's board, senior management, and the appointed actuary. Buckle your seatbelts. Here's a very interesting story, and one which sometimes shows that geopolitical concerns can begin to change diplomacy. In the United States, of course, astoundingly, the country is moving towards energy self-sufficiency as a result of new oil, shale gas extracting techniques. Meanwhile, in Israel, natural gas from the Tamar field off Israel's Mediterranean coast has started flowing into Israel, the first step toward Israel possibly becoming an energy exporting country within the next few years. The discovery in 2009 led to an exploration of the Mediterranean Sea in the area shared between Israel, Cyprus, and Lebanon, and uncovered a second bigger field, the Leviathan field. Israel has now set up a natural gas wealth fund. The gas should lead to a reduction in production costs for electricity in Israel, and probably in the first year alone will end up saving $3.6 billion a year to Israel in terms of producing electricity. Wouldn't that be something if the Israelis become self-sufficient in energy? Meanwhile, the Egyptians are not, and the Syrians are not, and the Lebanese are not, and the Jordanians are not. It would really turn the tables there. That's the news for today. The first quarter ended at midnight last night. It's also April Fool's Day, so be careful. Everything we said is the straight and accurate news. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.